Hello guys, it's Ryan Ho, back with another video. Today, this is a very simple video. This is the best DAC I have ever tested. This is the Topping D90 SC3. Now, I've tested the D90 SC, which you can also call it the version 2. That was previously the best DAC I've ever heard. I liked it so much that essentially my dad bought it because I tested it with him, and he's an audiophile and he uses it with his speakers. So like, I think it's a sign that, if I review tons of these stuff that come through my door, tons of DACs, the one that we buy is most likely the one that we like the most. And that is definitely true. The D90 is my favorite DAC. So yeah, my dad bought one and then I didn't want to buy the same DAC as him. So I basically held off. And I was like, let's see if I could find something better than his D90. And I think it's been over a year and a half since then. And I literally haven't seen anything or heard anything better than that since then. So really, this DAC is the upgrade to that DAC. And yes, it sounds absolutely amazing. Now, the thing about this DAC is that it has the best measurements too. I think it's like a 123.8 or something cyanide. But if you care about measurements, this thing measures it the best. But beyond that, just like from listening tests that I have done. So my listening test was conducted with the Topping D90, 3 into my iFi iCan, Pro iCan, I guess, amplifier into my Diana MR headphones. So, I mean, this is the planar, the most detailed headphone I have. It's really great. And then listening through this DAC, I can really hear everything. Honestly, this is literally the most detailed thing I've ever heard. Like, you can hear every small nuance in the music. It's kind of insane. So this really has reached a different level compared to all my other DACs I have tested. So really, I don't know like how much more I need to go into it. Like, I can say a lot more audiophile stuff, but I don't think it really matters. I mean, you can check out my original review where I said a bunch of audiophile terms, but this really is the best DAC I have ever heard. And years later, this has been improved and it is still the best DAC. So what improvements have they made since the prior one, right? So they have the newest DAC, which is the ES9039. The older one's the 38. So you have the newest flagship DAC chip in here, which is the improvements. They made some internal improvements as well to circuitry to make it better. But realistically, like when you actually use this and you look at it, it looks exactly the same as the old one. The screen is exactly the same. The functionality is exactly the same. So you really can't tell much of a difference, but I can guarantee you that this sounds really, really good. And the other thing that I guess I didn't like about this one that I think could be improved on this is the screen quality of this is just black and white. I feel like that was fine like 5 years ago, but like their cheaper Topping D70 that I've also tested had a nice big colored screen with like high resolution. I feel like that thing was the more cheaper option, just kind of outperforms this, honestly. Like there's just no other way to say it. Like that screen is just a lot better than this. And then the functionality of that going through menus was very similar to how you do it with like the SMSL type of ones, which is basically very easy. You can change it. This one, it's like you have to like turn off the DAC and then turn it back on to get into like the menu system. So it's just a little minor like nuance and kind of annoying, but honestly, is it really that big of a complaint? Not really, because at the end of the day, you're going to set the options like once and then you're never going to change it essentially. So for me, it's just like setting it up one time, then you're fine. But if I had to give a complaint, it's just I wish they did improve on that aspect of this, especially when the cheaper product is honestly more usable and has a better screen, right? But yeah, if you guys are interested in any of the products I mentioned, you guys can go down to the links down below. I have a link to A Post Audio who sent this DAC for a review. So if you guys are interested in supporting me and my channel and kind of what I do, you guys can purchase for that link and that will kind of help support my channel. But yeah, thank you guys. But yeah, so I really do recommend the Topping D90. I think if you pair it with their new A90D, which is the amplifiers, the new improved version, this one is the old one I have down here. I feel like that would be a good combo for honestly a really, really nice sounding setup. So honestly, if you guys want to check out any of those reviews, I have reviews on those individual things. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video, found this helpful, and I'll see you guys in my next video.